many people denied. They are there on the social networks. They are there on all the channels except the BBC. Over 2,000 people have lost their lives. What has this government done? What has Nottingham done? This is what Nottingham has done, people, with your support. We have marched, we have congregated every Thursday since the 8th of July, and we will continue to congregate. Those comrades who are activists, veteran activists, will agree with me when I say we are tired. We are tired of demonstrating. We are tired of marching. And that is why, the reason why Nottingham's Palestinian Solidarity Campaign came together. We came together and we wrote a mandate. That mandate, people, was clear. On behalf of Nottingham, we demand the Nottingham City Council stand shoulder in shoulder with Dublin to denounce Israel and its massacres. We proclaimed in that motion that we demand Nottingham becomes the first city in England to boycott Israel until it complies with international law. We are demanding for an arms embargo. Nick Clegg has said today, this week, that an arms embargo needs to be considered. Millions and millions of UK funds are supporting Israel in its massacre. Our government is complying with that massacre. Shame on our government! We have to stand together. Councillor John Collins last Thursday supported us. He's promised a motion to be presented on the 8th of September here at the Council Hall. Are we going to be here on the 8th of September? Yeah. In our masses, in our millions, we are Palestinians. On the 8th of September, people, bring everybody, bring yourselves and bring at least 10 of your friends to completely wash out the market square, to welcome those councillors, our elected body, to go into the City Hall and walk on the right side of history by demanding and supporting that motion. We will join the masses on Saturday. For those of you who are veteran activists, you'll know we were part of the Million March some years ago, and at that time our voice was not heard. But at this time, I promise you, the voices are heard because you're here today, and we will carry on congregating. As far as Nottingham PSC are concerned, we need your support. There are buckets. We need your financial assistance. We need manpower. We need to save the children of Palestine. That's the reason we're here. To date, religiously, before I've come, I've pulled off from the International Middle East Media Centre's the website, the list of those people that have died, those people that have been displaced. Harry mentioned earlier body bags, dismantled pieces of our children. I know how I would react if any one of my children would be seen like that. That's why we're out. For those children, I call upon us all to bow our heads for a 1-minute silence. we can but offer our prayers, our thoughts with those who have been innocent victims of this massacre, this criminal war. The heinous crimes of Israel will not be forgotten, and nor will they continue to get away with them. We've talked about boycotting. I have another plea, people. On our website, on many websites, you will see the organisations, the businesses that support Israel in one way or another. For the United Kingdom, its independent businesses have been the backbone of our economy for years and years and years. Boycott Starbucks, boycott Marks and Spencer, boycott all those heinous profit-making industries that have blood on their hands, and support your local businesses until we have that boycott. My final thought to share today is this. There has been some comment on Hamas. Let us not forget, we ourselves know we can be discontent with those people we elected to represent us, to represent our voice. Let's not forget, Hamas was a democratically elected body. Regardless of how it got there, bearing in mind it was funded by Israel and America itself to bring down Fatah. Regardless of that fact, the people of Palestine woke up. They recognised, the people of Hamas woke up, and they recognised that it's time to shred the strings that were being tied to them and their puppet masters. Hamas is democratically elected. We stand with Palestine, its people, and whoever it has to stand for it. Pleasure to represent our own advocate, our own ambassador from National Stop the War Coalition. My colleague works tirelessly here in Nottingham. Please give a warm welcome to Stuart, Nottingham Stop the War.
Thank you very much to everyone who's come out. I think it's an incredible turnout again. Forgive me if you've heard some of the speech before, because I've been asked to make it at quite short notice, and it's one that I've done at a previous demonstration, but I think it bears repeating. I am here from the Stop the War Coalition, who were responsible for organising the mass demonstration against the Iraq War in 2003, who were set up to oppose the invasion of Afghanistan in 2001, and who have opposed every Western intervention in the Middle East and elsewhere ever since. We oppose wars that our government's involved in, the British government. We oppose wars that the US government is involved in, and the war against the people of Palestine is a war that our government is involved in. Make no mistake, the British government arms and supports Israel in everything that Israel does. When Baroness Warsi resigned her position, that showed that even people at the top of the Tory party are shocked, absolutely shocked at the silence, the complicit silence from our government over the killing of innocent people in Gaza. It defies belief that any civilised government in the world would not come out and condemn it, but our government has kept quiet and supported Israel. And why? Why? Because our government created Israel. In 1917, our government signed a declaration that gave away a piece of land that was not theirs and that they did not control, and every problem in the Israel-Palestine conflict stems from that decision. And what they're doing in Israel is divide and rule. And it's the same thing that they've done in India, in Pakistan. It's the same thing that they've done in Ireland between Catholics and Protestants. It's an old British tactic that they use to divide people and to turn them against one another. And they're doing it again in Iraq and Syria. When they realised they were losing the war, they tried to turn Shia against Sunni, Sunni against Shia. The Americans borrowed from the British toolbox an old trick and applied it again. And the damage from using that trick will last for many, many generations, I can tell you that now. We can see it playing itself out in the collapse of regimes such as Syria. Now, the reason they created Israel, and the reason why the Stop the War Coalition's work has been so dominated by the Middle East, is because the people of the Middle East should have been some of the luckiest people in the world. They live above some of the cheapest, most abundant oil on the planet. It should be a boon to the people of the Middle East, just as it is to the people of Venezuela when they discovered it, just as it is to other people around the world. But what it has become is the honey that draws in the Western powers to attack, to bomb, to dislodge what they call regimes, to turn one side against the other side, all because they want control of the most valuable commodity on earth, Middle Eastern oil. So the people of the Middle East are made to suffer because Western governments have decided that that oil should be theirs and not China's, that oil should be theirs and not other countries in the world, not Russia's and not elsewhere. That is why we're here today. Israel acts as a watchdog for the British and American regimes. When they can't intervene in Lebanon and they want to, when they can't intervene in Syria and they want to, when they can't intervene in Egypt and they want to, they ask Israel to do it. And that's why Israel has become a pariah state, because our government has instructed it and allowed it to become a pariah state. We have said, you will do things on our behalf that we cannot do, and we will allow it, and we will make sure that you're not punished for it. And if Israel wants to act like a pariah state, it is time for us to treat Israel like a pariah state. We should not trade with Israel, and Israel should not be allowed to trade with us. We should never arm Israel, and we should never do so again, but we do. And we should have a boycott, divestment and sanctions campaign across the world, but we can start it in Nottingham, where we demand that Nottingham City Council does not buy anything from Israel, does not sell anything to Israel, does not invest in any company of Israeli origin. That's the divestment part of it. And that we ask our government to put sanctions on Israel, as we would any other country in the world that's done what Israel has done for the people of Gaza in the last few weeks. And let's be clear about this. They are demanding sanctions on Russia because they say that Russia shot down a plane and killed 300 people. Israel has killed 1,800 men, women and children in the same time period, and nothing has been done, and nothing is threatened. And that is what's so disgraceful about the situation. People are angry because they juxtapose directly the shooting down of a plane, where we demand sanctions against Russia, and the deliberate massacre of 1,800 civilians, where our government is complicit in its silence. So we're calling on Nottingham City Council, and this may take some time, don't think it's going to happen quickly, to boycott, divest and call on sanctions on Israel. I want to finish by saying that there is a very important demonstration on Saturday. In some ways, it's the most important demonstration we've seen since 2003. They're calling it the Million Man March from Palestine, and we must make sure that we turn out in our thousands, in our millions, because we are all Palestinians today, and we will all be Palestinians on Saturday. So make sure you're on those coaches. They leave at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday morning from the Forest Recreation Ground, but we need you to tell us that you're coming. There's a stall over there. Sign your name, write your email, give us your phone number. We'll be in touch as soon as we can. We can book coaches, but only if we know that you're coming. So please do that. Thank you very much again, Nottingham, for turning out in the numbers that you have.
Free, free Palestine! Come on everyone, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
From the rivers to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free.